that I can finally see the sky, and even though my day is begun, I can always say this with a voice of all the hope I have left in me. I just want you to see, I just wanna be a part of. I know the days we're gonna start of. I see you'll be a part of. I see all that we could dream of. I see, hopefully we'll be there in a moment. I can only see there. I see that we could be. I hope you finally see me. I walked past you the other day, and all I saw was hearts all day. That I could dream for a moment, it could be true, but now all I feel is blue.
I think I'm ready to finally give in, to see the start of where we begin. I see, I see, I see, I just wanna be a part of. I know the days we're gonna start of. I see you'll be a part of. I see all that we could dream of. I see, hopefully we'll be there in a moment. I can only see that. I see that we could be. I hope you finally see me. So it's time to finally walk past smile and give it my best. So I'll trust that little soul in me, and maybe now I'll finally be free. I can't ask to open up again. I'll break my heart, and then it'll start all over again. What do I do, my friend? I see, I just wanna be a part of. I know the days we're gonna start of. I see you'll be a part of. I see all that we could dream of. I see, hopefully we'll be there in a moment. I can only see that. I see that we could be. I hope you finally see me.
So it's time to finally walk past smile and give it my best. So I'll trust that little soul in me, and maybe now I'll finally be free.
I can't ask to open up again. I'll break my heart, and then it'll start over again. What do I do, my friend? I see, I just wanna be a part of. I know that days we're gonna start up. I see, you'll be a part of. I see all that we could dream of. The spirit took now hold. I dance in the ether, I dance in the song, into the right woods I know, yeah, I belong. Open up the door to me, open up the door, show me how to be. I open up the door and I finally see Stars align above my head, guiding me through the night. With every step I feel the pull, the magic of the light. In the shadows I find strength, in the silence I find peace. The universe within my grasp, my soul's sweet release.
Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain. Unseen whispers in the night, revealing secrets hidden from sight. With ancient wisdom I'll ignite the flames of truth burning so bright. Ethereal cards, they hold the key, unlocking mysteries, setting us free through swirling mist. The future I see, guiding souls like a river to the sea. Welcome to the unknown prophet's domain, where spirits dance and fortunes remain. Let the tarot unfold, let it explain the path that lies ahead with no refrain.
Oh, hello everybody and welcome on in. Happy Thursday to all of my beautiful stars out there. It's a fabulous day here in Minnesota. It's been a beautiful night. Boys are getting gorgeous. Let me see if I can fix this real quick here. Lower, lower. Oh. There, stay there. All right, good. All right, guys. I had to turn the sign down a little bit. It was getting a little too bright in here. Up. Why am I? Hello, can you see me? Hello, can we hear me? Hi, pause. Hi, everybody. My name is Joshua Bleasy. I am the unknown prophet of Twitch, the Destiny Weaver himself. That's right. You've come to the Ethereal Fire readings. I will light your world on fire and set your world ablaze if I have to, but I will put you on the path to your best day ever. I promise to tell you the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. I will not sugarcoat a damn thing. I will tell you what you need to know, not necessarily what you want to know. I use my custom-made, homemade deck, the 5 Paths Tarot, to divine the best possible path for you. That's right, I put the future back in your own hands by you coming to my stream today. I hope that I help you find that path forward. Pause. Welcome to the reading room. Whenever you're ready, let me know your numbers and your question for today, and we'll get this party started off right with you. How have you been? Boy, I don't know why it's not showing up very well. So pause to the reading room. Pause to the reading room. Pause into how to put the parties. Anyway, guys, while we wait for Pause to get in here or write the rest of his question, coming up on this next weekend, I will be doing getting ready for doing some stuff coming up this next couple of weeks. I'm going to be preparing for Pagan Pride, which comes up upon my birthday. One day before my birthday every year is Pagan Pride Day here in Minnesota. And I'm preparing to go meet my family again for the first time in almost a year and some odd days to kind of see if I can pitch in and help just a tiny bit, just to get them back on track and put them back where they need to be. Because it sounds like they need some help with that right now. And I was a leader of that group, and I continue to be a leader. So I will go up and put my ego aside and do what is in the right for myself and them. I probably won't be there very long. I'm going to be honest with you guys, okay? I will go there. I will see if I can help. If they don't want my help or they think that I can't help them, then I will leave and I will go about my rest of my life, you know? And I will say I did everything in my power to try to help. You know what I'm saying? But if they're going to hate me for that, then they can do that. But I'm not worried about that stuff. We try to walk in love and trust in our faith. We all try to do these things. We all make mistakes. We cannot live a life without harming something or someone in this world. If you are doing something for yourself, inevitably you are taking something away from somebody else. Now, even sitting here doing a stream every day, you come here to watch me. Ergo, you're not watching somebody else's stream. That's why I am now the quote-unquote person you are paying attention to, but that person doesn't get that from you today. You get me today. So, you know, and guys, you know, I know that I say this a lot, but I'm far from perfect in my life. I have made some major mistakes, and not everything I say can come true. When things are on point, when things are matching up to you, and thank you very much for popping on in and telling me about your viewers that shouldn't be happening. So that means my cloud bot is off again, and I want to know how it keeps getting turned off because I'm not turning it off. So I got to go find out why my cloud bot's off again. Dear God, why? Thank you for showing up. You are now banned. Thank you for your messages. I don't like people with the... I don't need your viewers. Nope, my cloud bot's on. Oh, okay. I missed one. Okay, so I missed one. Oops. I guess it makes mistakes too. See, even computers make mistakes. We are humans programming these things to be more perfect than we are. If we're inferior and we're designing something more the same way, then, you know, maybe, maybe not. Hey, Paz, are you around in there somewhere? I guess we'll figure it out. Well, Paz, I'm going to give you a 3-minute timer starting now. And then if you want to come back in here, let me know. Alexa, 3-minute timer.
3 minutes.
So,
Starting now.
and just because, you know, I want to make sure that person who gets in here first wants the reading right away. You know, stick around for the intro, and they might have went and got something, went to the bathroom, maybe made a little bit of breakfast or something for themselves. So I'm not a complete ass, you know. You know, and the reason I do the way I do it is because of my life experiences, because I do compare myself to others a lot. It is something that I don't think is always a bad thing to do. When I compare myself to somebody else, and when someone compares themselves to me, I look at myself and I ask myself, am I doing this too? Am I being just as closed-minded as they are? Am I not seeing something that maybe they see that I don't see? You know, sometimes we can get blind from our own points of views and not see what's right in front of our eyes. It is our actions. It is how we carry ourselves. But we can't also hide behind the facade of not being able to show who we are as people either. You know, if you've got anxiety, if you've got those kind of things within you, like I do, You can tell I get very excitable. I have very large hand gestures. I can be very, very kind of loud and kind of in your face at times. Well, that's me and my anxiety coming out, but I use it as a superpower. I use my anxiety to drive me, to push me, to make me be better every day. That depressive part of myself, every day I choose to wake up and be determined that today will be my best day ever. I have beat that depression. Every day I wake up and say that. Every time I wake up in the morning and I sit here on the screen of TV. Hey, Twitch, Prophet there. Dini, how are we doing? I missed your message this morning. I woke up a little bit later than I normally do. Got up, had a smoke around that time you texted me. And then I kind of went back to bed. And then it was like, I didn't check anything. It was like, up, smoke, bed, And then I woke up about 10 minutes before, not 10 minutes before stream, but I woke up basically an hour ago, so I know, but I don't always see. That's the problem with, yeah, and I didn't even see it. So we can talk after stream though, or if you got something for me here you want me to talk about, but I want to make sure you're okay with that. Otherwise, we can talk after stream and you can tell me all about it later, son. Oh, I might have, what was I doing in half an hour? Oh, yeah, if you just call me around about, I'm checking my Discord because I didn't see the message because I did my posting. I went and did all my posting and I didn't see any other message or call from you. Oh, there it is. See, I didn't even see that call from you. So, if I had saw that, I would have responded. I would have. So, okay, we'll talk later though. Alexa, cancel timer. Yeah, so, and kind of what I'm going to go back to a little bit and talking about why I do certain things the way I do certain things, And to tell you my story is to give you that insight into me, but because of what I've lived through and because of what I've experienced, because I have overcome every comparison everyone has ever given to me. And a lot of the comparisons that were given to me were I was never going to be an intelligent person who could convey these kind of messages to people. I proved them wrong 1,000 times over. I would never become someone who could help change and move people's lives. Done it. Here, there, done. I didn't know where you went to, pause, so it was like, And just so you guys know, that, and I'll get to your reading in just a second. So why don't you choose your numbers and your question, and we'll get right to it in just a second here. But, the thing about what I do is that those experiences that I lived through, those challenges I overcame, those points of my life that were the hardest struggle for me, I look back and when I see your guys' stuff in my head and when I get the answers I get, I don't always know where this shit comes from. I don't even know how I do this sometimes. So, I'm just as human as everybody else. I will make mistakes every once in a while, but, I think I'm doing pretty good so far. You'll have to ask people who have been here. I don't try to do that, Okay, you want to know if your ex... My question, is my ex my soulmate? She's destined to be with me in our future. Okay. Let me see. Let me see these cards get cleared here. And you want to know if your ex was your soulmate. Soulmate can mean friend, right? It's not necessarily a romantic thing with a soulmate. So I think you mean that in a romantic way, not in a friend way. Because there can be people who are meant to be in our lives for just a short amount of time, be a soulmate for a short time. And then they're the friend you need to get to the place you need to be, But we're going to see what the cards have to say, okay? And I'm going to ask my guys what they tell me they need to tell me because they're all ready to go. They've been talking like a madman today. I got up early today. I was like, at least that sense of dread is gone, It's kind of like that. So here we go with your, a little bit more. Okay, here we go. 9 and 9. 1, 2. Too many. That's too many for God cards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. Let's see, let's count here. 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 God cards on the 9th shuffle. Woofy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and the 9th card is. I gotta clean the backs of my cards again. And you want to know if she was your soulmate. And, well, I put you on the right path for you. It's up to you to make the spark of your life. Well, that's right. But you want to know if she's destined to be with you in the future, right? So we got to see what we can see here. Okay. So, pause. I know we were talking about something like this the other day. And in the multifaceted universe that I see, there's always that possibility. Yeah, the cherish card, right? And you know I'm going to get there eventually. But first we have to understand what it was before and what we wanted to exist as now. Have we changed our patterns? Have we grown up? Have we learned how to do better relationships by now? Have we corrected the mistakes or the issues that your partner had griped about before? And or are you willing to work on them and talk about with them? The exist card is all about getting in your mind exactly what you think you want with your destiny, your life, your everything. And the soulmate part of it is that she is a connection. I believe she's more like a twin flame than a soulmate. And here's the difference between soulmate and twin flame. I believe you're more like two energies that are the exact same energy that really are attracted to one another. Soulmates are the same soul broken into two different parts. And I believe if she was meant to be your soulmate, she would have never ever left, because it would have been so easy, so much, that it wouldn't have had to been a fight with it. It's just that easy. Things do not happen the same way. But like I said, the future is still in your hands. If you can get the right ingredients together, if you can present to her a new liquid for her to drink from, a new you, a new person who's ready to do all the things that they didn't do in relationships before, and honestly hold them to account to do better with you as well. We're going to share our journey together, but I've got to get the junk out first. So make sure you don't take the previous baggage with you. That was the end of that relationship. That relationship is done. That relationship will never come back. We will, however, maybe get a new relationship. It will not be the same relationship anymore because you've become two different, completely different people by now. Okay? It's just like my mother and father story. Let me tell you. Okay? And it ties into your past card too, because it does tie into your past. Let me tell you a story about my mom and dad. My mom and dad divorced when I was 4 years old. I didn't even know it happened. Okay, I remember my first visit with my father for the first time going over to his house. And the first thing we do is meet him and we talk and a little bit of banter here and there. And then we sit down, we watch TV and we watch cartoons and all that other stuff, right? And then along the way, my father found love again. Another family that he thought he connected with, right? And that didn't seem to help him and the ways he wanted them to help him. My mom was still kind of overcoming alcoholism at the time. She was still trying to find that beat, that heartbeat back in her life again. She was an extremely giving woman who gave way too much of herself, even though she didn't ask for much in return or anything in return at all, you know? And my mom had to learn how to heal herself too, because the hurt and the pain of her true love leaving her and saying, "You're not good enough for me," was the hardest thing she ever had to do. But it was the one thing that had to happen for me and my brother to grow up the way we needed to grow up. A single mom raised us until the age of 18, and she did a fine, damn good job. And I had a lot of male role models to get from. I had 7 uncles on one side and 6 uncles on the other side. And then, and some of my uncles were a little bit more inspiration to me than others, But when that marriage didn't work out, he was still searching for that thing that he didn't know how to fill in himself. He found a second person, and luckily, by this time, I had hated my dad up to about the age of 25. I mean, literally hated him. I changed my last name. Got all in my life. I was so proud to have that last name. And then this woman came into my life and said, your father really wants to reconnect with you. Will you give him a chance? And I said, who are you? I'm his new wife, Debbie. And I'm like saying, really? Okay. All I want you to do is come over to dinner and listen. That's all I'm asking for. And that one visit is the reason that me and my father to this day have the relationship we do. Because of her kind heart, we have the relationship that we needed to have as father and son. Finally. Right? And that marriage ended for other reasons that were way beyond my father's control. I believe she cheated on my father, and he doesn't take that from nobody. Okay? Now, I don't know the whole story there, but I know that it didn't end very pretty. Okay? And then a miracle of how all miracles happen, pause. You know what happened? After my mom went to some counseling and got some help herself and started living for herself and her own dreams, and she got to that magic retirement moment of her life, and she was finally able to take the pressure off of herself when 2 of her sons were now adults. She no longer had to take care of me and my brother anymore. She could finally go after some of her goals and dreams, and I encouraged her to do that. She might not have made a lot of money doing it, but I'll tell you what, she was the happiest woman I've ever seen her be until she had to close it down because it just wasn't the right spot and it just wasn't the right clientele who could want that kind of stuff. My mom used to make arts and crafts things. I'm an artsy person. My mom was an artsy person. My brother's an artsy person. He draws, mom creates, and I do a bunch of different things. I'm not even going to get into it. But then my father did the healing too. He went to counseling. He did and got some help. He went and got those little holes filled. And then upon all magical things happened. My mother fell back in love with my birth father again. And they got remarried a year later. Embarrassing the hell out of me when I'm hearing them go at it downstairs as me and my new girlfriend are going at it upstairs, and we're actually having contests to see who can get louder. Tell me that's not screwed up. Okay, but all jokes aside, love can always return. Love can always come back. But it wasn't until they both healed those wounds before they could come back together to see each other, truly see one another. If you're willing and able to do the work, if you can work through that past and say, hey, we understand that we both made mistakes here, that maybe there's that key into the future. I believe that, like you, will understand very soon, I think, that the cherish card is sitting there telling you that maybe the thing that is staring you in front of the face at this moment could be a good thing for you. And if nothing's in front of you right now, then the person you need to look at is yourself. I don't know what's going on with your ex-wife here. Some part of me feels like she's with somebody, or she's at least not ready for a relationship of any kind right now. Something like that is what I'm feeling from her. I don't know if when you reach out to her and you cross that bridge, that maybe you can learn how to cherish one another again, like the wedding vows said, to honor, love, and cherish one another. And let's talk about the cherish word for 5 seconds. You know what this card means. And it means that your one true love could be right there in front of your eyes, but you're just too blind to see it. And maybe the woman that was your wife before was the example of everything that you didn't need in a life partner. She might have been your twin flame, but not a soulmate. Okay? Card does not always mean your soulmate. My Whale's Joy card is the soulmate card. This is about learning how to love and appreciate one another and to see each other and actually open up those eyes. So, can't I back to your question. Is your ex your soulmate? No. She's your twin flame. Is she destined to be with me in the future? Possibly. It's a possibly. I can't say a definite yes here because I would be lying if I said that to you. I think you will reconnect again, although I don't know how and when you will be able to reconnect and what will come from that. Because it's a lot in the free will games part of the whole thingy that hasn't happened and you both have to make decisions in the moment of. So that's what I've got to tell you right now about that. Like I said, there's a chance. I don't know how big of a chance because they're not telling me, but they're saying there's a chance. There's always a chance. So I can't tell you to discard it, but that's what I got to tell you for the card question. You want to see your God cards coming up right now on a silver platter of what they really want you to do. Okay, so let's talk about this card first, the guide card, right? They have your back and trying to help you complete your goals and dreams. If she's a part of that goal and dream wish that you have in this life, then are you willing to do what it takes to wield that magic, that love back into her life? I know you say you love her and you want to be able to prove that to her. But you got to listen to those inner voices that are telling you what the real truth of it all is. And there's a small bit of you that says it's time to let it go. And then there's that other part that's saying don't let go. Right? And I've been through this so many times in my life. It wasn't funny before I met my wife. But I had to start to trust those feelings and intuitions in myself. And that was back when I didn't trust myself at all. You know, I got to a point where I finally learned how to trust myself again. So they're just saying they got your back. They're giving you everything you need to get what you want, but you got to do some of the work here. It's basically what they're saying. And then they want you to really take a look at what you're asking for and see the world with opened new eyes, not rose-colored glasses, not through the lens of a lover. Look at it as if this was your friend. And what advice would you give to your friend if they were in a similar situation? My ex that I really, really love, what advice would you give that friend? Give that advice to yourself, but see the world for how it really is and look around at what you do have in your life right now. You may be closer to happiness than you realize, you know? And then we have the it's about the journey card, all right? This is never about finding the treasure at the end of the rainbow. The treasure at the end of the rainbow will always be there. You will find it eventually. But when you get to that magical box, what you find inside might not be exactly what you expected to find in the first place. You might have found more things along the journey than actually finding what you were looking for. Let's say you get your ex back. Let's say we fix everything. Let's say we get back to that. Okay, give me a second. Give me a second. Thank you. Letting me know. Okay, I think we're back now. Thank you for letting me know. So we got the finding card. Okay, so we had the guide card first. Okay, are we going to work now? Testing. All right, back. I think it's my internet. Not dropping frames or anything like that. Why is this doing this? Okay, give me a second. Come on now. Work. Yeah. Give me a second. Okay. All right. So hopefully this doesn't freeze again. So let's get to your next card, which is the card which is all about letting go. And I know this might be the thing you don't want to hear the most. But there is a point where if you love them enough to let them go, then they come back to you, you know it was real true love. So if you can let them go and live a life of happy, maybe, just maybe, they'll return to you. But you have to let them go because you love them enough to say, I set you free. I set you free to find that love that maybe isn't me. I hope one day you return to me. But I give you the joy to come back to me because you want to. We're going to put out some things for you to come back for. But we still have to make you stay. You can fly away again very soon. Maybe it's time to be determined about your path and get over the obstacles that have been in your way. What problems and issues did we have to work through that we didn't work through before? It kind of feels like some of these things we haven't done a whole lot of work on, but others we've really honed in to be better. And I'm sensing that if you had the opportunity to communicate, you would. I think you would finally allow that open and honest conversation. I believe that you could be each other's teammate. The thing I think you would have a problem with is letting her have her own thing from time to time and not be jealous of what she's doing with her girlfriends or out and about, just having a day for herself, and the same thing for you. I don't know if that was part of the relationship mistrust there, but it kind of feels like it was always like you felt like she was going to go out and cheat on you, kind of a feeling. I don't know if this makes sense. But getting over the obstacles of what those things were, it's something we also have to do together. We cannot do this alone. We have to choose to do it together and overcome these obstacles so we can grow together as that new couple, as that new people. You can have your cake and eat it too. You got the Grand Elder card. That means you will stand the test of time, but you're going to have to still learn to do new different things. That you may have been the perfect you at right now, the best you can be at this moment, and maybe that's enough for her to see that spark back in love with you again. But I think what they're trying to say here, more than anything there, is that to listen to yourself, trust them that they're giving you the right signs, enjoy the journey, but let what you can't control go any longer and accept that there has to be a new, different future. It can't go back to the way it was. It has to be something new and different. Then believe that you will have to work for this, that this will not be an easy task, that you will have to work and they will have to work on it together. And that's how we will get to that Grand Elder. And my card cam froze again. Jesus, what the heck? I've never had my cam freeze this much on a stream. Yes, actually, I kind of do. Okay, I tried to default the camera. But pause. I want to tell you something about that ex-love you really want so badly. I think you've heard my story before about the woman I fell in love with before I found my wife, Beth. Have you heard that story? Because we can just sit here and talk for a while if you don't mind. But if you got places to go, let me know. So, you've heard that story before. And I relate with you so much on this because your heart is really, really breaking because you really felt like she was the one. But some part of you has always known that there was always something missing there and you couldn't never explain what that thing was. Am I right about some of this stuff? I mean, please let me know if I'm on point, crazy, delusional, please. Yeah. And I think that if you did it in a smart way, and I think if you went about it in a gentle way and gave her the option to choose you again, but it would be dating all over again. It would be getting to know each other all over again. It'd be able to let her see what you've done in progress and to see what she's done in progress. And as long as she's not already in a relationship, you know, and that's part of the thing that I kind of want. Did she cheat on you? Because I was kind of feeling like that's what guy that that the reason she ended it with you because she wanted somebody different, right, or something like that. Is that on point or close? Okay, that's why I asked because I didn't think that was right, but I wanted to make sure because. But you know that shows how much of a giving, loving heart you have, though, that you'd be able to forgive her for that. I don't necessarily think that should be forgiven. I think that should be addressed. Why we wanted to do that in the first place. Ah, now that I know for sure, I understand that completely. I really understand that one. You know, it froze again. I don't know. Do I try to reload OBS or something like that, or is there a way to um reload in stream without accidentally, going like that or something? I don't know if that's what I should do. So no, I don't know if I don't think that's right. Docs is not what I want to do. Uh, okay, the only thing I can see to do here is profile because I know if I exit this, it's gonna close down the queue and I'd have to restart stream again. So give me a second to see if I can finally figure out what's going on with this dumb camera because this is just. I might have to just delete it and re-add it. Let's just do that. Oh wait, I've been having troubles with getting OBS to actually let me put things on screen. Fuck. Ever since that damn update. I think I'll just try doing this again. I might as well just keep this up in case it does it again. Just keep the window open, and if it does it again, I just activate it and deactivate it again. You know? I look at my own window when I'm streaming. I see OBS stream, and I see everything you see on the same screen. I see. You know? I don't do it through a other monitor, and I don't know if it's coming across there as well. So, and I don't know what keeps making my camera freeze. It's really starting to annoy me. Let me check my Taskmaster. Let's see if I can cut anything out here. I don't need that on right now. See if I can get some more memory. I really don't need that right now. Look for the biggest memory hogs. Jesus Christ. Talk about fucking. Okay, that did. Okay. At least I reset it. That's something I definitely don't need on. Anyway, while I'm sitting here trying to figure shit out on my computer, might as well play some music. CPU is 4.1 gigahertz, processing 329 threads, blah blah, don't need that. Memory is taken up by compressed. Okay, Wi-Fi is definitely GPU. Okay. Hey, EP. Was having some card issues, so I was card cam issues, so I was trying to fix them real quick. Oh, God. So give me a chance to do one other thing here. I'm doing okay, honestly. Oh, I forgot to clear that name up, by the way. Sorry, pause. For now. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out something else on the computer here. Just give me one more moment here. Let's try this down. Let's just take that down. Got the minimum open I need open. Yada yada. Nothing else is open. Alright. Welcome to the reading room. How's my Marshall doing today, huh? How you doing today? How can I help you today? Oh, you did? Well, I could try to help you with that a little bit. Are you using OBS or using the Twitch Studio? What are you using? What are you using to go online or go to set up stream? Because I can help you with it. I mean, setting up OBS is pretty easy. Okay. So, setting up your scenes is probably going to be the hardest, most tedious thing you do. But what you do is you start off by adding one scene first, and then you can add to that. Okay? And like I said, I could help walk you through some of those things if you want that. But I know you came here for a reading first. So we can get the reading first done, and then I can help you with the camera shit. And you don't have any other cameras on, right? Like you don't have your... Okay, well that's okay. Don't worry about that. We won't worry about it today. I hear you. No computer issues for me today. Please, dear God, no. Okay, so let's get to where you're really, really here for. Okay, EP? Let me put the pause on the music here. Do you have a question, or did you just want to General. Let me find your spot. So the question will be then, tell me what I need to know, not what I want to know. Does that sound fair? Or tell me what I need to know. Okay? Let me find the right spot. EP needs some major help today, guys. Need to help EP find, my friend Marshall here, find that answer to that question that he needs to hear. So tell me if you're in the right spot or not. Okay, so here are your 7 official shuffles, EP. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. Oh, 1 God card. And the 13th card. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Tell you what you need to know. You got it. This is going to be an ass kick a tiny bit, but you asked for it, you're going to get it. What do you need to hear right now? Aha. EP. Marsha, my man, my friend, my buddy, my pal. The thing that the universe and your guides and everything is reaching out to you to hear right now, okay, is it's time to trust them. It's time to trust that they made you perfect just the way you are. The way you are right now is who you were meant to be, Marshall. You must listen to them because they have your back here. They're not gonna let you fail. They just want you to use whatever comes your way, whether it be strife, anxiety, learning how to overcome and endure, learning how to build up those safety walls and shields you need to do, getting the kind of experiences you need to have so that when people come to you with those issues and problems, you can actually help them. But you have to wield that magic into your life, and that requires you to do the work. The hard work of saying, I believe in myself and I trust my higher power, that they are guiding me the right way. I listen to those little voices inside. They tell me when to say things, when not to say things sometimes. And trust me, there are sometimes they tell me to shut my mouth and don't tell you a damn thing because it's too important for me to spill. You know? Because they have to have you go live that part, that experiential part. And the thing you have to understand, EP, is you've been in a cycle. Your whole life you've been told one thing is true when the other has been true for you, right? Your whole life has been told what you had to be, not who you already were, right? And we're gonna get you off of this fucking train if we have to force you off of it. Because we don't want you to keep going spinning your wheels in the same circle over and over and over again. So you will not find the change you're looking for. You'll stay on the same hamster wheel expecting to get somewhere when you're not going to get somewhere. When something comes along to stop the hamster wheel, you get off the hamster wheel and then you go to the nice little big ass maze with lots of choices in there. You know? It's about breaking that cycle. And breaking you free from the past to embrace a future, to embrace a new life, a new person, a new thing that you want to be. We all are striving to be better versions of ourselves. All of us are trying to do that. And it's important that you understand that what you've been through, what you're going through, what you're gonna go through, it's all designed to help you in that future you said you wanted. Did you think it was just going to come to you on a silver platter and be put right there in front of you for you to pick up and start walking that life? Did you really think it wasn't going to take some work? Was it going to take you some brave steps? Was it going to risk something that you might have to lose in order to gain something else? Because just like I had to learn at a very young age, things kept being done to me. But I didn't let that define who I was as a person. I should be the most evil, sick, twisted son of a bitch you have ever met in your life. I should be the way I was treated in life. And it's time for you to realize that you are okay just how you are. Everything in your life is gonna be okay. You have to believe in the dream. I manifested my dream from nothing into this life I'm living. Anxiety usually ruins it when I get cocky. I act slightly not good. Okay, then, you know what you have to work on. Your anxiety gets in the way. So does my anxiety, okay? You know what it tells me to do? It tells me when to speed up or slow down. It tells me when I should pay more attention to what my body's trying to tell me. Why am I feeling anxiety in the first place? What is that root cause of causing me to be anxiety? Okay, so when I'm cocky and I'm acting not so good, what's wrong with that once in a while? You can act what you want, your personality, and be a little bit risque every once in a while. I mean, there's good and evil in us all. We get a little bit of both every little day, you know? But the Willow card is all about manifesting your dreams to come true. Because I followed a dream and I manifested into this world my own reality. Whether it was time travel, a spirit guide, God himself, or whatever the fuck it was. Aliens, I don't care what it was. Whatever gave me that dream that night changed my life forever. Changed my life forever. Because I know what kind of life I would have had. I would have been dead a long time ago without that dream. I would have been dead a long, long time ago without that to push me forward. Sometimes that was the only thing I had to hang on to. Sometimes it was the only thing I had in my life that I could hold some truth to. The only thing that told me the truth were these invisible things. The only thing that told me what was right and what was wrong were these invisible things. My mom was a good mom, yeah, but she did spend a fair amount in that chair drinking her beer every time she got home from work. Make you dinner, sit in the chair, drink a couple beers, go to sleep. Do it all over again. Get sober, make sure she's around in the morning, you know? How do I get that dream? Sounds amazing. And this is part of the lesson that we have to learn here, EP. This is the lesson that I want to teach you today. How do I get that dream? Sounds amazing. So picture what your life looks like in that future that you so desperately want. Your most perfect, closest to perfect, but in the realm of reality, life that you've always known you could have. Can you see that life in your head? Can you see what you're doing, how you're doing it, why you're doing it? Can you see yourself already in that spot? Can you, EP? Can you? Huh, Marshall? So what is your dream? What is your dream? What is it that you want your life to look like? What is it that you really think you want? What will bring you the most happiness? What will bring you the most fulfillment? What will bring you that life that you said you wanted so much? Right? You got that in your head, right? That good life that you can honestly see you honestly living. The positive life, not the negative life we've been living. The more positive life. Step 1. Start from this day forward looking for every sign that leads you to that future. Every time you start to think of to yourself, I need to listen to those inner voices again, And when you start to hear the little voices talk to you, and I'm not talking about invisible people like I do, okay? I'm talking about your own damn emotional brain here, my own damn emotional brain here, okay? The next time you start to give up on yourself, the next time you start to give yourself shit for what you're not doing in life, the next time you start to say, I can't do this anymore, I want you to remember that you're giving yourself a fucking nail in the coffin in that dream. The more you believe in it, the more you can manifest it in your life. Like I said, the reason I got that dream was, hey, I'm a magical person. I believe in magic and I believe in miracles and I believe in the unseen and unworlds. I believe that I time traveled. When I was actually called Unison, I did an actual ritual to travel back in time to tell myself the very future I was going to be living. And at that point, I hadn't been starting to live that life yet. Even then, I knew it was coming. So I reinforced the dream again. So either I time traveled in some weird shape or form from this point here to back to my childhood. God themselves gave me the message. Or maybe I just hit my head a little too hard on the willow tree and I had a really cool dream that I took and made something into it. You know? If that's all it really was, all it was my subconscious desire to make my life better. What did I see myself doing? Helping others, doing unto others as they would do unto me, having a life where I could help people, teach people, show people something that I knew how to do that they didn't know how to do, to explain something to somebody that nobody else could explain. You know? And this lesson that they want to teach you is how to believe in that dream. How to see Marshall 100% living the life, doing the job he says he wants to do, having the partner by their side they want to have, having the life and the family they've always wanted. Do these sound like good things to you? Well, connect yourself to that destiny line right now by choosing that destiny. Choose it right now. This very moment, say, this will be my destiny. And whatever you say at that point, hold true to that thought and never, ever, ever, ever give up on it until you see it come to pass. It took me 30 effing years to make mine come true. I don't know how long yours will. Right? Let's see what God card has to tell you here, there, Marshall, because that's what I want to tell you the most. It's about the experience of it all, EP. The life you are living, the experience of it all. You're gathering up the right kinds of change in your life. The right kind of things that you need to fill your tiny little holes so that you can heal thyself before you go healing others. And be a advocate for people who are just like you, who wish they had someone just like you to be their support person. You know what? Some people call me the Twitch dad here on my profit page. You know, I've got about 2 daughters and 1 son. They all call me dad on this stream. You know why they do that? Not because we're blood related, not because we're really good family, because I take care of them like a father should take care of their child. I respect them and see them. I don't tell them what they need to know. I tell them what they need to hear. And you need to hear this. It's time to choose it and pick up the kind of tools you need to become the very thing you want in your life. So, Marshall is all done with caring about what anybody else to. You got it. You're my new Twitch son number 3. Twitch son number 3. I adopt you. As your Twitch dad, I would like to say this to you. Marshall, I love you. Marshall, I love you. Marshall, I love you. Do you see the difference here? Do you believe me? There's one requirement I have of all my family. They're always open and honest with me and open and honest with themselves. And that they will listen when I tell them something, but they will live their own damn lives too. I will not destroy another life because of what I think is right and what you think is wrong. There's no discussion there. You are the ultimate navigator of your life. I'm only here to give you advice and try to help you along the way. If you can accept all of that and accept who I am as a person and everything that I was born this way. I'm a man, but don't think I didn't have those same feelings you had at one point, EP. And I know our stories are kind of similar because when I was a young boy, maybe I can show you. You know, I love this line to this day. It's a Joker line, but I still love it. Why tell lies? The truth is far too much fun. I've had more fun telling the truth than telling any lie in my story. I think I've told about 10 lies my whole life. I'm going to show you something here. And I'm very proud of this, by the way. And I think you will find this very enduring if I can find the stupid picture. Oh no, it's younger me. It's younger me. Okay, I know it's in here. Oh, here it is. All right, ready? I gotta fix my camera again. God damn it. Ready for it? Ready? That was me. I called myself Sarah. For about a week and a half, I was a girl. I had the whole school convinced that I had a sister. Even though I didn't have a sister. My best friend at the time actually hit on me. Until I said, "What are you doing, John?" That's me. Dressed up for Halloween, my very first time ever dressing up. And I'm so proud of that picture. I'm so proud that I did that for that week. And I was respectful. I did not go into the girls' locker rooms or do anything stupid like that. When I was going into the restroom or something like that, you know, I would do my business and get out. That's all I would do. No talking, no nothing. Just go to the bathroom. And like I said, I did it for about like 3 days, honestly. I think it was like 3 days, more than a week. I said, I don't want to over exaggerate here. I did it for a short amount of time. And then I just stopped doing it because I didn't think it was funny anymore to pretend to be something I wasn't sure I wanted to be. But there was a time in my life where I actually considered that. There was a moment in my life where I thought, maybe being a woman or girl would be easier for me. Maybe that's who I really am. And being that confused young man I was at the time, you know, trying to find out what sexuality meant to him. I mean, you got to remember, I was taught from a very early age what sex was. Someone did sex to me I didn't want them to do to me. You know, so I had this whole vision of what things were like in that realm and scared of it a lot of the times in my life because it was something that kind of brought me back to that place I didn't want to be again because of the anxieties of an 8-year-old boy trying to do and perform for a woman who's beyond evil. I'm not even going to get into the things she did, but let's just say they weren't nice. And I tried to be the one who took kids' place because it wasn't just me there. It was me, my brother, and like 3 other kids. So sometimes I couldn't stand watching the other kids being hurt. And I took their place instead. And I'm very proud that I did that. But I'm also proud I stood up to that day and told my teacher what was going on. And I never had to go back to that fucking person ever again. I swear to God, if this thing crashes one more time, I'm just going to stop caring in a little bit about the stupid camera here. I might have to find a different way. But there was, and then that's where the bisexuality kind of rose in me. When in my teen years, I did find guys attractive and I found women attractive. Now, trying to navigate your own emotions and your own emotional hormones at the time. Now, I would prefer girls, but I thought maybe they weren't turning me on, maybe some other guy. But this was back in the time when being gay and being out and open wasn't exactly nice. I grew up in the 80s, my friends. Okay? Just when it was starting to be known about being a little bit more accepting. That's where we started to maybe get a tiny bit more accepting there. And like I said, there have been people in my own state who have actually helped me. The governor of Minnesota, who's actually running for vice president right now, it is because of him that I had the LGBTQ community classes in my school or clubs that I could go to. It was because of him that I was able to go to school and have that opportunity to talk to other people with the same feelings I did and not be judged for it. It was because of him. So I'm a very big supporter of that, because not only did he help me and has helped my family with all the things that he's done as governor for me, you know, and he wasn't always there doing all of the work there, but, you know, and I'm not trying to get political on you guys. I'm just trying to tell a story, you know. We're just talking anyway. I don't, like I said, I give up on the stupid card camera until I get. I'll be back.